Good morning to all, sir. Hope you all are fine
Okay.
pandemic.
Yes, we are good.
Pandemic, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to my final viva, sir. Actually, my title of my study was Studies on Aerobic Bacteria Isolated from Bovine Subclinical and Clinical Endometritis. Objectives of my study was isolation and phenotypic identification of aerobic bacteria obtained from subclinical and clinical endometritis in dairy cattle. And second objective was the study of antibiogram profile of the bacterial isolates. And third was the detection of major virulence genes in the predominant bacterial species by PCR, sir. The evaluation report, they have mentioned some corrections, sir.
Okay.
They mentioned that the student has made a suitable work plan for the objectives of the study and conducted the experiment by using appropriate procedures. The review of literature is up to date. The references to the literature are presented in proper forms, except some are missing in the bibliography. They mentioned one reference was missing in the bibliography. I corrected that.
Okay.
Included in bibliography, sir. And they have also mentioned some of the references were missing in the text. I cross-checked with my thesis, sir, but they have already I included earlier only. It was there in my bibliography and also in the text. And they mentioned that the study indicated the aerobic bacterial profile and potential virulence factors associated with bovine endometritis. Further, antibiogram of bacterial isolates revealed the antibiotic of choice to few veterinarians in treating endometritis. But in detection of virulence genes of predominant bacterial pathogens, the following suggestions are made to the student. The suggestions were: in all the sequences, better to sequence reverse primers also to get full length expected amplicon size. Simple chromatogram files of the amplified genes will not confirm the specific sequence of the product, and blasting of the sequence need to be done for compulsory homology analysis, and it should be presented in the thesis.
Okay.
But I have done the sequencing of both forward and reverse primers. And also they have analyzed and primers were sequenced in the sequence quality and the chromatogram were analyzed and edited in MegaX software, and further analysis by BLAST tool I have used and compared with the deposited sequence to know the percentage similarity. I have done that, sir, in the earlier only. And I also mentioned in the chapter 3 materials method in page number 47, 49, 51, 53, 54, 58 and 62 that I have mentioned for each gene in these materials and method chapter. And also in the result chapter 4 I have mentioned the results of this sequence in page number 71, 72, 73 and 75. And also in the summary also I have mentioned about this sequencing of both forward and reverse primers, sir. And also about the blast tool.
Dr. Kotresh.
Sir, Pavitra, if she has mentioned means the chromatogram what you have inserted in the thesis might be of forward primer.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Do you know why reverse primer also needs to be sequenced?
Yes, sir. To know the full length of the sequence, sir.
That is okay, but reverse forward primer will sequence one strand of the DNA, and the reverse is helpful in sequencing other strand of the DNA. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So then only the correct you will get the correct sequence of that gene.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Maybe she might have got confused that you have not done reverse primer sequencing. If you have done it,
yes,
okay, you can put it in the material and methods. Have you said reported in the material methods?
Yes, sir. I have mentioned in the each gene, sir. I have mentioned about that in each gene and in materials and methods.
About sequencing also, reverse and forward?
Yes, about sequencing also I mentioned, sir.
Okay, then it's fine.
But but in the pictures I have put only forward primer chromatogram, sir. But reverse primer chromatogram I have not put.
So only she thought that you have done only forward
Correct.
sequencing.
Correct.
One more thing is usually we don't put the chromatograms in the thesis.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. We put results of blast.
Hmm.
Sir.
Okay. As soon as we receive sequence, no, first thing what we will do?
Editing of the sequence in the compared with the blast tool will use. Sir.
We edit the sequence and then we put it in, subject it for blast. Okay.
Yes, sir.
NCBI blast. Okay. That you have to stress more in the thesis, material methods especially.
Yes, sir.
And then you can take it into result section.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, you make some changes. Remove chromatogram. She is telling same thing also. Chromatogram may not indicate a sequence. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can put the edited sequence itself. ACD, ACTG like that. No sequence you get.
Yes, sir.
Instead of chromatogram, you put sequence.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then in material and methods, you clearly mention you have done sequencing of both, from both forward primer sequencing also, reverse primer sequencing also.
Yes, sir. I mentioned that, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, then if it is like that, then no problem, sir. Because whatever external examiner says, you have to incorporate.
Okay.
No, it is not like that, Dr. Kotresh.
No, sir. It is technically what he is saying is right. So only.
No. Whenever, if what you call as the external examination manner may suggest anything, but it is left to the advisory committee whether to incorporate such suggestions.
Correct, sir. I agree, sir. But here she is telling in a technical point of view. So only.
Okay, no problem. Yes.
Sir.
Okay. Pavitra, okay ಅಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ?
Okay.
Okay, otherwise no problem. And another thing, when I will finish, sir, from my side.
Okay, no problem.
Pavitra and Pavitra, you have done a thesis, no problem. But if you go for publication, no, you will know much more about your work.
Correct.
Thesis, one person has corrected and she has mentioned something and she has given her point of view, right? If you have, if you want to get many, much more inputs to your work, publication is the only way.
Okay.
So please concentrate for publications because you have done good work. That would be better. That is what my suggestion. If you want, you can take help from us. No problem.
Okay. Correct.
You do one first draft. We usually say first draft. You do first draft and send it to Shamlingam sir. You will sit together and do it. No problem.
Correct.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. We'll do it, sir.
Okay, sir. Then that is enough from my side. So you can request other members to give their inputs.
Okay, sir. Dr. Sridhar Bhatt sir.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ದಿ ಪವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಏನೋ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ ದಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎನಿ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ದಿಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಕಸ್ಟಮರಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್
Okay.
Yes, I have gone through the comments of the examiner and such. There are no what you call as adverse comments which
Okay.
prohibit this. It's okay, well done. And Dr. Pavitra, what are all the bacterial isolates you have got?
Pavitra?
She is not there?
Pavitra?
Hello, sir. Sir, network, sir. Sir.
What are all the bacterial isolates you have got from the endometrial connections?
Sir, total 9 bacterial isolates have got, sir.
9.
9, sir, including
Okay.
subclinical and clinical, sir. In that, I have got E. coli,
Okay.
E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus, sir, Streptococcus, and Streptococcus aureus especially, specifically, and also the Rhodococcus equi, Bacillus cereus, sir, Corynebacterium bovis, Klebsiella pneumoniae, sir, Proteus mirabilis, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa, sir.
No, you told entire microbiology. That's not the thing. Which was the highest present reacted? Yeah,
Major isolate.
major isolate in all these species.
E. coli and Staphylococcus, sir. In that, E. coli was highest, sir. Major isolates.
No, the thing is, how you can differentiate an E. coli whether it's pathogenic or not pathogenic?
Sir, by knowing the virulence factors of that bacteria, sir.
How
Some
will
of the
it-
virulence
okay.
factors
Ah.
are present in only in pathogenic organisms.
No, virulence factor means how you are going to calculate that particular factor.
No, sir, we detect that virulence factor by PCR, by doing molecular methods like PCR.
What is that molecular method?
Molecular method by molecular methods means detecting the bacteria by molecular techniques like detecting of DNA of that and also some virulence factor of that bacteria. So PCR is one of the tool for detecting that, sir.
Okay. Now you are comparing it with the any other reference bacteria? You are comparing it with the any reference bacteria, pathogenic bacteria or non-pathogenic bacteria like that, or how you are confirming it finally? Here, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ mic off
That
ಮಾಡಿ.
is only, sir. After doing PCR, that PCR
ಶಂಭಣ್ಣ ಫೋನ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕ ನಿಂದು ಶಂಭುಲಿಂಗಪ್ಪ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಫೋನ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡು.
after sequencing,
Okay.
we'll compare the sequence compared with the deposited sequence in the NCBI website, sir. In that, we'll know how much similar with the bacteria which are already deposited in the gene bank, which are pathogenic or not, like that, sir.
Okay, depending upon the already
Yes, sequence.
pre-type thing, you are going to detect whether it's a pathogenic or not pathogenic. So there are so many microorganisms are there in the uterus of a cow, and how you can prevent the growth of such unwanted bacteria in the culture. So you are
Unwanted
collecting the
bacteria, so we-
entire uterine wash and culturing, no? Then at the same time in the broth
Yes,
or
sir.
whatever it may be, the other bacteria may also grow. So how you are
Yes,
going
sir.
to prevent all those bacteria, and how you can isolate
No,
the
sir.
only pathogenic species?
No, sir, some are opportunistic bacteria
Yes,
in the
yes.
uterus also.
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, yes.
Ah,
Some are
Sorry.
opportunistic and some are potential pathogens also, sir. E. coli is a potential pathogen in that matter for endometritis.
mhm.
So we'll use the selective media, differential media to grow only that bacteria, sir. When we culture, sometimes we'll get more than 4 to 5 organisms. In that matter, we'll discard that, sir, because that is contaminated, sir. Usually, if it is a infection, we can get maximum of 3 organisms, sir. If it is
No,
more than
Pavitra,
3,
you
it's,
switch on
we
your
consider it
what you call as the camera, because as this is a Viva, better to switch on the camera.
ಮಾಡಿ
Any problem?
Okay, no
with that?
No, sir, no problem.
Okay, okay. ಅಲ್ಲ
Okay.
ಮೇಡಮ್, ಈಗ you have done all the culturing and other thing, no? My question is, there are so many bacterial growth will be there, including the opportunistic bacteria. How you will get rid of the opportunistic bacteria?
So, no, sir, we'll review the literature, we will review the literatures. Based on that, we'll consider which are the opportunistic and which are the potential organisms. Then we'll consider that as a pathogenic and we'll take only those bacteria, sir. This Klebsiella, I told that Klebsiella pseudomonas we got no, sir. We'll get only fewer organisms like that. But those are ones, sir.
No, the thing is, see, okay, based on the literature and other thing, you will know about the bacteria which are non-pathogenic or the invaders. But by physical examination, can you differentiate them? Suppose the colony characters or the color or any other thing?
Yes, sir. By phenotypic characterization, we can differentiate the bacteria, sir. But we cannot say those are whether they are opportunistic or not. If we do the PCR work by detecting the virulence factors, we can say that they are not pathogenic to us and only they are opportunistic bacteria. But I have taken only the major isolates, so I can say for pathogenic.
Okay. Now the thing is, yes, you have done the culture and other thing, and the antibiotic sensitivity pattern also you did, no?
Yeah.
Antibiotic, yes,
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 sir.
we know. So what is your suggestions to the field veterinarian? Any antibiotic or any other thing which can be used for the what you call as the endometritis or anything? And also which antibiotic do you recommend?
Sir, I will recommend Ceftriaxone for endometritis, sir, in the field. After we came here, we are also using Ceftriaxone for antibiotic. It is giving good results, sir. I have seen 2 to 3 cases after I joined department.
No, it may be a coincidence. Who knows? Because it is very costly. Can you go for the other antibiotics like gentamicin? No. What is your sensitivity pattern? You are displayed once when you are this.
Based on merit, you can tell.
Yes, sir.
Because
Based on
yes,
my
as per-
study, ciprofloxacin is giving ciprofloxacin was sensitive, sir.
Ciprofloxacin.
It is affordable.
Ciprofloxacin,
It's affordable.
gentamicin, and Ceftriaxone, and enrofloxacin. 4 to 5 antibiotics were have shown good sensitivity, sir. in the study.
So the thing is, which one do you prefer among all these things? Which was having the highest sensitivity based on this your in vitro test?
Ciprofloxacin, sir.
Ciprofloxacin.
And then gentamicin.
No.
Yes, sir. And gentamicin.
Ciprofloxacin. So if we will recommend the field veterinarians to use the ciprofloxacin. Now,
Sir, I can't say that based on the area we can recommend. I have collected.
Not like that, madam. You have done the
samples
research.
around. But I have not done the research on this area.
Hey, maybe because that was our motto.
Area,
No, before giving the topic to you, no, you are also from the animal husbandry department and everybody is using the antibiotic like anything. Each one is having their own preferences. But a systematic study was not conducted and they tell that this cephalosporin is active and everything, and it depends upon the once again the in vivo and in vitro. Some especially the
and also pathogenicity. Even pathogenicity test is required, sir. To know the pathogenicity of bacteria in vivo, require pathogenicity test in vivo, sir.
No, what else is required?
Needed.
Suppose you have got a band of antibiotics and what are all the things you need to see. So suppose if you want to implement your findings in the field conditions, that's what we have aimed, because that's the same thing motto the topic was assigned to you. No.
For antibiotic overall in practical review, I can suggest cephalosporin, sir.
Okay, cephalosporins. Is it okay that the pH is little alkaline, extremely alkaline or other thing? The pH of different antibiotics will be different, and since this is a similar environment, that in vitro it is just like a copy, so there is no problem directly. But only one my concern is, suppose if you put an irritant antibiotic like the tetracyclines or sometimes the fluoroquinolones like the enrofloxacin also, they are they are having some irritant properties. So the antibiotics with neutral pH like the aminoglycosides need to be put. This is my pharmacology what do you call it, suggestion, because the neutral pH, the antibiotic with neutral pH need to be put. So here in among the antibiotics what you are told, the gentamicin meets the criteria if it is sensitive. Is it sensitive? It is sensitive, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Only
sir,
about
it
the
is
gram
sensitive.
negative bacteria. What about the gram positive? The staphylo? I think.
For Staphylo, sir, in my study that Ceftriaxone is given good results, and also
Okay.
nitrofurantoin, sir.
Okay.
Nitrofurantoin.
Then you can recommend the Ceftriaxone instead of the Ceftriaxone because
Yes, sir.
the cost wise also it is affordable.
Okay.
So by confident, can you say that Ceftriaxone, whenever there is an endometritis suspected in cow and the repeat breeding is attributed to that condition only, can you recommend the Ceftriaxone with lot of confidence? So that I can tomorrow onwards I can say the field veterinarians, yes, use this thing especially. Okay. Okay, ಏನದಪ್ಪ?
ಈ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ.
There is
ಹೌದಾ?
another problem. Okay. So
CEO
madam,
connect ಮಾಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಇನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರು 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ತಗೋತೀನಿ ಶಂಭುಲಿಂಗಪ್ಪ, ಓಕೆನಾ?
Okay, sir, go ahead.
So, madam, based on your finding, shall I recommend don't use any antibiotics like the tetracycline and the other thing? We have done a research and it is recommended that the ceftriaxone can be used. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. You can recommend, sir, ceftriaxone.
That's
And
all.
also nowadays in the department, ceftriaxone is supplied, sir. Supplying ceftriaxone antibiotic also, sir.
But you have used it here. You have used it here in your study.
Yes, sir. I have used it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, cost wise also please calculate which is the better, ceftriaxone or the ceftriaxone, because that's also matters to the farmers. They cannot afford the very high cost. Okay. So ceftriaxone or ceftriaxone, which is as per the availability. Okay. That's thank you.
But substitute of gentamicin is good, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Dr. Rudresh, from your side.
Okay, good morning everybody. So I think Pavitra, she has done a good work. I think there is no doubt in that. At the time of second colloquium only, we observed that the work was actually little more compared to any other invest, because she has, I think, amplified something like more than 4 PCR products she has got.
Yeah.
If I am right.
Yes.
I think that was a good
Yes,
work.
yes.
Like, the mention that they have made about the references, including other things. So Patrish has cleared that topic. I think there was no doubt in that. But only this, but sir's question was, I think I too have a doubt in that. That is virulence factor and E. coli. E. coli, whether it's a normal inhibitant of citrus or by looking at the E. coli isolations, you have suggested that they are pathogenic. So your pathogenicity detection was, I think, based on virulence factor present in E. coli, right? ಸರಿನಾ? ಈ ಕೊಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಐಸೋಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿರ್ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ವು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಪೆಥೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ? So in that way, so that because there is a limitation that whether E. coli is pathogenic, it is very difficult, or normal this one. But antibiotic spectrum itself has indicated that the ceftriaxone are effective against the inhibitants of that uterine conditions. So that is, I think, that was more useful only. But practicality and other things, they need, I think, further more studies in the same direction. From where we have left, somebody else has to continue. I think other than that, I don't have any specific remarks about your study. I think if you have anything to say, you can just say. I think I am right there. You can just clarify. Pathogenicity is based on the virulence factor amplified in the PCR, right?
Sir, still pathogenicity testing in vivo is needed, sir, to know exactly. Pathogenicity testing in vivo study is needed, sir.
Just I am interfering. Suppose if a next student is given with the similar problem, how he can or she can do the in vivo studies?
Sir, in rats they can do, sir. After isolation of E. coli from this endometritis cattle, we can isolate that E. coli and will infect the rats.
Challenging study.
Okay.
Challenging study.
But in one of
uterine
the
infection ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ ಮತ್ತೆ. Okay.
Pathogenic study of E. coli, endometrial pathogenic E. coli, they have done in IVRS.
Do you
ಮೈಕ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆನ್
ಇಲ್ಲ,
ಮಾಡಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದಾ? Okay.
ಯಾರೋ ಅವ್ರ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅದು
Okay.
ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಗೋ ಅಹೆಡ್.
ಹಾಂ,
Okay.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Continue.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಭಾಳ ದಿವಸ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದೆ.
ಹಾಂ,
ಭಾಳ ದಿವಸ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲಿ.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನೇ ಯಾರನ್ನೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಫುಲ್ ಇದಾಗ 28 ಡೇಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಮುಗಿಯವರೆಗೂ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಓಕೆ
ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ.
ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಈಗ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ regarding the remarks actually made by the external examiner. So again, it's already discussed. The external examiner had mentioned about the sequencing of reverse sequence. For all the sequences, I think as my knowledge goes, so that way it was inserted. Anyhow, it's already corrected. I think Dr. Pavitra also mentioned that there is mention of sequencing both reverse and forward in the materials method and results. So if that is taken care of, I think all remarks are attended. I think the same thing can be mentioned in the proceedings also. That is over, I think. Okay, then regarding, I have few queries to Dr. Pavitra. I think Pavitra, you would have gone through the literature that is published from various, especially from reputed laboratories across the world. And there are some publications in India also, like from India also. So comparing your study findings of your study with the findings of others, especially from reputed laboratories, I think like from where they have carried out work about the genital infections or uterine infections or reproductive tract infections in bovines. So what kinds of major difference, especially with regard to etiological profile, you find in your study?
Sir, commonly after gone through these many literatures, they have mentioned there that common bacterial cause for the endometritis was anaerobic bacteria, sir. Anaerobic bacteria like Trichinella pyogenes, Fusobacterium and Prevotella are the common bacteria. Along with that, the aerobic bacteria were infected because of they will create a good environment for the multiplication of these aerobic bacteria. But by study I have taken was isolation of aerobic bacteria clinical and clinical endometritis. The findings were same, sir. They have also got the same bacteria like E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus uberis, like Klebsiella Klebsiella and Pseudomonas. I have also got the same aerobic bacteria like others, sir.
What about the prevalence of the pathogens? Whether did you find any different pathogen to be prevalent compared to other studies, something like that?
Yes, sir. Compared to others, I have got Rhodomonas cereus and the Corynebacterium bovis, and also I have detected and also I did the MIC for those bacteria. And MIC for the drugs against those bacteria. The extra one I got was Rhodococcus cereus, sir, compared to those.
So it was more. Okay.
Yes,
With regard to antibiogram profile, did you find any difference, especially in Indian context? Let us not compare it with other countries. So in Indian context, there are some studies which are published from like Bangalore Veterinary College also, and from other states also, neighboring states also, some north states also. So did you find any major difference in the antibiogram profile? So that you obtained from that of the others' findings? Like regarding the sensitivity I am talking about.
yes, sir. Regarding sensitivity, I have done MIC for the Ceftriaxone and also some ciprofloxacin and gentamicin. The MIC window of the Ceftriaxone was very narrow, sir. MIC window for Ceftriaxone in our country, in our study area, sir. For comparison, I didn't got any literature from India, sir, for comparison of the MIC value of these antibiotics.
The antibiogram data I would have got. Antibiogram data I would have got. Now, like disc diffusion may not be MIC. They would have done disc diffusion. They have not done disc diffusion also in Indian context.
No, sir. For some of the values, for some of the ABST that zone values, I didn't got interpretation data also, sir. They are done. They have not done the simple disc diffusion also, sir. In India, sir. I have the values of the bacteria and also isolates, sir. Overall, I have done MI and ABST for 135 isolates, sir. For more than 20% of the bacteria, I didn't got the interpretation criteria for that, sir.
Okay. Then based on your MIC data and as well as the data what you got from this disc diffusion method, so what are the antibacterials that you finally advocate to field veterinarians for intrauterine treatment, considering all points like its efficacy, its sensitivity, its activity inside uterine environment, considering all this? So what are the antibacterials you advocate for veterinarians, practicing veterinarians?
For practicing veterinarians, I can suggest gentamicin for intrauterine. For systemic treatment, I can suggest us. But as per Sridhar's report, character Ceftriaxone is too costly to offer for the farmers. So I can suggest Ceftriaxone also, sir. For intrauterine local gentamicin is giving good results. It's best, sir.
Locally gentamicin.
Ceftriaxone. Even in my study, MIC window is very less, sir. 0.25 microgram per ml is a MIC value for ceftiofur for 90 more than 90%. So ceftiofur is giving good result.
So 2 less means it's highly effective. Okay.
Highly effective, sir.
Okay. So this is actually a significant outcome. It has to be communicated to actually your fellow veterinarians also, and some right platform. It has to be communicated. I think if once it is popularized, the use is popularized, the cost will come down. Many companies will come out with preparation that will come down. So I hope it will happen in near future. So that is all from my side. I have obtained my clarifications.
Dr. Chambliss, just one addition to Dr. Sundareshan's remarks are concerned. So,
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
so you have done extensive review of literature, no, madam? Dr. Pavitra, you have done extensive review of literature by this time, no? So, according to the literature, whether the parenteral antibiotics need to be administered or only intrauterine is enough?
Sir, both are required, sir. Both intrauterine and parenteral systemic is required.
What is the reason? Because we are directly reaching the microorganisms. So, it is just like the in vitro. Whereas it is suppose the antibiotic, if it is administered parenteral, it need to go to the metabolism, then the absorption, distribution, and so many after this thing, the minimal inhibitory concentration to be reached, and at the same time the antibiotic may be toxic to the animal also. Is it necessary?
Sir, some of the bacteria will produce toxins, sir. They will not absorbed by the blood circulation. So again, systemic treatment is required, sir, when there is severe infection is there.
No,
but for mild infection in the clinical hepatitis, the systemic is not required, sir. Only the local treatment, local infusion of the bacteria is enough, sir. But clinical and even the metritis cases, we require both systemic and local, sir.
No, the endometritis which is positive by the white side test, a simple test to be conducted in field conditions. In that case, to that particular type of the bacteria which can be found in the white side test, whether you can we can just administer the intrauterine or the parenteral, both need to be taken, because once you give the parenteral antibiotics, once again the of course it is not followed, the withdrawal period need to be taken care. Of course, in now in India there are no stringent rules, whereas in the other countries the withdrawal period it may be some 72 hours or 3 or 4 days. We need the meals to be discarded. That's what I am concerned about. Suppose what will be the absorption and other thing. Of course, it is not your purview, but I am asking about you have review of the literature you have done extensively. That's why what is the opinion in the entire world? What is the opinion? Whether to go for the single intrauterine antibiotic or the parenterally need to be given.
Sir, that's what, sir, for subclinical, after white side test, only the intrauterine is enough. The systemic is not required for subclinical.
Okay. That's fine. Means in such condition only just intrauterine is enough. Okay.
Enough, sir. Enough.
Best.
Okay. Comments from all the advisory committee members are over, and before conclusion, from my side, Dr. Pavitra, I congratulate you for successful completion of your MUSc, and no doubt you have done a wonderful work, Pavitra. So,
Thank you, sir.
you are a hardworking lady, and I appreciate you for your hard work, and I hope you will follow the suggestions made by the external examiner. If you go through the evaluation report last 2 lines, the suggested corrections in the thesis will be made before the final submission of the thesis. That's number 1. Okay, will you do it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And second one is the data generated in the thesis can be published in a peer-reviewed journal. Okay, these are the 2 things from evaluation report. I hope you will oblige those 2 suggestions.
Yes,
And
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so if everything is over, then
Just 1 minute, I have got the thing. Especially the publication is concerned, you have to do it. It is compulsory. Because
Yes.
many about 15 of my students, they have never done
Yes.
any publication. And of course, whatever you have found, it is not in the written format. So if it is not in the written format, and it is not at all useful to the country or any other person. So, and you have been awarded the what you call as the salary from the government and other things, so that you publish it, so that the veterinarians and practicing veterinarians will get the benefit out of it. So you take 1 month time, totally 1 month, okay?
Yes.
Dr. Shambhalingappa, 1 month time?
Yes, correct. Okay, it's okay.
Pavitra? Pavitra? ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳ ಸಾಕಾ? ಒಂದು ಪೇಪರ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮದೇ QFS ಜರ್ನಲ್ಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, ಅದ್ರದ್ದೇ
Correct.
ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ವಿತಿನ್ 1 month ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ದ ಪೇಪರ್ and include the advisory committee members as per the protocol, and also you can also include Monikant also, there is no problem, and any person
Correct.
who had, so that is compulsory, okay?
Sir,
You can include Dr. Sheila also. Dr. Sheila also.
No, yes,
Sir,
yes,
actually-
yes.
Sir, actually, she has
Your-
discussed already about the publication. She is going to do it.
Okay.
So actually, I have asked the data to arrange the data in a systematic manner. She is going to do it, no problem.
No.
Okay.
Let us
It's my
see that.
experience, no,
No, let us
it's
see
my
that it's
experience.
let
No,
us
they are
let
the
us
very
see
good
that.
students. No,
Yeah,
they
of
are
course, sir,
very
of
good
course.
students. We know that you have done very hard working thing, and of course it is a very useful thing. So both of
that's
you
right.
need the congratulations from my side, and all the best. Thank you.
Okay.
I congratulate from my side also Dr. Pavitra for having accomplished everything. Okay, congratulate and have the same enthusiasm to publish paper also. We are there with you. We will help you. Don't problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I am highly thankful to all the advisory committee members for devoting your time, valuable time, for attending final viva of Dr. Pavitra. And sorry, we could not refresh you with snacks,
Oh,
tea, and all because of. However, Pavitra.
Post facto.
When it is offline, when you come for submission of thesis,
Submission, sir.
so by that time I think everything will
joint,
be all right. Yeah? So,
Yes.
okay, congratulations, Pavitra.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Okay,
all
have a
for
nice
the
day. Bye.
support.
Okay. Thank you one and all. Thank you one and all. And hereby we are concluding this final viva. Okay. Thank you. Thank you one and all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.